Welcome everybody to Marlow, Oklahoma. Your Lindsay Leopards taking on the Marlow Outlaws today. And going to be the starting lineup for the Lindsay Leopards. Number 1, Kessler, the shortstop, number 16. Number 2 hole hitter, Ferguson, number 3, playing second base today. Your third baseman, your 3 hole hitter, third baseman, number 11, Morris. Your first base, number 20, 4 hole hitter, Blankenship. Your 5 hole hitter, number 19, the left fielder, Ramage. Your 6 hole hitter, number 22, the catcher, Sanders. 7 hole hitter, number 10, Ramage, also doing the pitching duties today. And your center fielder, number 4, Henson, doing 8 hole hitter. And number 9, Ince, number 1, doing right field today. Bring up number 16, shortstop, Kessler, up to bat first for the Leopards. So waiting the pitch. Pitch is on the way. That's going to be popped over to right field, and that's going to be caught for out number 1. Really nice catch there by the right fielder. Bring up your 2 hole hitter, number 3, Ty Ferguson. So base is clear, 1 out. Again, Ferguson up to bat with Morris on deck. The pitch, it's going to be outside. And the count 1-0. The 1-0. That's going to be low. And to count 2-0 now to Ferguson. The 2-0 pitch. That's going to be right down the middle, called strike. Make the count 2-1 now. So 2-1 the count to Ferguson. 1 out, base is still clear. Again, Morris on deck. The 1-0. It's going to be fouled away. Make the count 2-2 now. So 2-2 the count to Ferguson. Again, 1 out. Still scoreless in the top of the first. The 2-2 pitch. That's going to be inside. Make it a full count now. The payoff pitch. It's going to be way outside. So that'll put Ferguson on first with 1 out. That'll bring up number 11, the third baseman, Tucker Morse. So again, runner at first, 1 out. Again, Morris up to bat with your first baseman, 21, Bo Blankenship on deck. Waiting the pitch. He's going to throw it over to first, try to pick him off. Ferguson there on time. So Ferguson at first with 1 out. Count, that's going to be hit by pitch. So that'll put Morris at first, Ferguson at second. Bring up your first baseman, number 21, Bo Blankenship. It'll put number 9, I believe the left fielder, Ramage, on deck. So runner at first and second, 1 out. Again, Blankenship up to bat. The pitch is away. Outside. Made the count 1-0 now. So 1-0 the count, 1 out. Runner at first and second. The 1-0 pitch, be low and outside. That'll make the count 2-0 now. Throw it over to first. Morris there on time. So Morris will stay at first. Ferguson still at second. 1 out. The count 2-0. The Blankenship. The 2-0 pitch. Be outside. That'll make the count 3-0 now. Catcher, you're going to have a quick conversation with the pitcher. Head back now. The 3-0 the count, 1 out. Runner at first and second. Again, Blankenship up the bat. Waiting the pitch. The 3-0. That's going to be right down the middle. That'll make the count 3-1 now. It's 3-1 the count. Still 1 out. Pitches away. That's going to be popped over to the third baseman. Get right over him. Left fielder's going to throw it to... And can't make it home on time, so that'll score 1. And put a runner at first and second. Still 1 out. That'll bring up the left fielder, number 9, Ramage. So score now, 1-0. Leopards on top in the top of the first. Again, runner at first and second. Still 1 out. Ramage getting his call. I'll put the catcher, number 22, Sanders, on deck. Pitches away. Popped over to the pitcher. Can't get the ball. Roll over to the center fielder. He's going to throw it home. And right to the pitcher, actually. Morris there on time. That'll score 1. And keep runners at first and second. That'll bring up number 22, the catcher, Clayton Sanders. So score now 2-0 on the top of the first. Your Leopards on top. Still 1 out. So runner at first and second. Blankenship at second. Ramage at first. Still 1 out. Again, Clayton Sanders up to bat. Put the pitcher, Brody Ramming, on deck. Pitches away. Popped away. Fouled away. It's count 0-1. So 0-1 the count, 1 out. Again, Sanders up the bat. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. That'll make the count 0-2 now. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's strike number 2. That'll bring up the pitcher, number 10, Brody Ramming. So Ramming up the bat. 2 outs. Runner at first and second. Mitchell Henson, the center fielder, number 4, on deck for the Leopards. Pitches away. Be outside. Throw it over to first. And he's going to be out. Be out number 3. That will conclude the top of the first and bring us to the bottom of the first. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Marlow, Oklahoma. Your hometown Lindsay Leopards taking on the Marlow Outlaws. It's bottom of the first inning. Score still 2-0, excuse me. Your Leopards on top. We'll bring up number 6, Morgan, the pitcher up to bat. First for the Marlow Outlaws. Ramming on deck, or ramming on the mound, doing the pitching duties for the Leopards today. First pitch is away, going to be called ball. Made the count 1-0. The 1-0. It's going to be popped over to the center fielder. Center fielder Henson going to come up with the catch. Be out number 1. That'll bring up Cooper Smith, number 2, for the Outlaws. So 1 out away in the bottom of the first. Again, score 2-0. Your Leopards on top. Bases clear. So again, number 2 up to bat. Pitch. It's going to be right down the middle, called strike. Make the count 0-1. The 0-1. That's going to be popped over to Bo Blankenship at first. Out number 2. It's 2 outs away in the bottom of the first. We're going number 3 for the Outlaws. So again, 2 outs, bases clear. Number 3 up to bat. I'll also put number 5 Smith on deck. Pitches away. That's going to be called ball, I believe. With the count 1-0. The 0-1. That's going to be fouled away. 1-1 now the count. Excuse me, 0-2 the count. So 2 the count, 2 outs, bases clear. Waiting the pitch. The 0-2 pitch. That's going to be a little high. Made the count 1-2 now. So 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Bases clear. Bottom of the first inning. Score still 2-0. The pitch. That's going to be high. Made the count 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. That's going to be high and inside, excuse me. That'll be a full count now. So full count. 2 outs. Again, bases clear. The payoff pitch. That's going to be called strike. That'll be strike number 3, out number 3. And that will conclude the first inning. That'll bring us to the top of the second. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back to Marlow, Oklahoma. Up to bat now for the Leopards, number 10, the pitcher, Brody Ramming. With number 4, the center fielder, on Henson on deck. So top of the second, score still 2-0. Your Leopards on top. The first pitch away. That's going to be called strike. Good pitch there. Made the count 0-1. Oh, won the count. Obviously no outs. The 0-1. It's going to be inside. Made the count 1-1 now to Ramming. The 1-1 pitch. He popped over to the second baseman. Going to throw it over to first. That'll be out number 1. I'll bring up the center fielder, number 4, Mitchell Henson. It's 1 out away in the top of the second. Henson up to bat. Also, number 1, the 9-hole hitter, Ince on deck. First pitch is away. That's going to be outside. It's count 1-0. So 0-1 the count, 1 out. Second pitch away. Also going to be outside. That'll make the count 2-0 now to Henson. The 2-0 pitch. Right down Broadway. Made the count 2-1 now. Two on the count. 1 out. Pitches away. Gonna be low. That'll make the count 3-1. Base is still clear. Top of the second. Score still 2-0. The 3-1 pitch. That's gonna hit Henson, I believe. Put him at first. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, number 1, Caleb Ince. So 1 out away in the top of the second. Runner at first. Again, Ince up to bat. Getting his call. Henson at first. Again, Ince up to bat. Pitches away. Error. And Henson will still second. So put Henson at second with 1 out. Count 1-0 to Ince. Also put number 16, Bentley Kessler, the 1-hole hitter, on deck. The 1-0 pitch. It's going to be outside. Make the count 2-0 now. Marlow coach going to make a mound visit now. Talk to his pitcher. So 2-0 the count, 1 out. Runner at second. Again, score still 2-0 in the top of the second. Coach is going to head back. It's ready to go. Again, count still 2-0. Waiting the pitch. The 2-0 pitch. That's going to be popped up right over the pitcher's head. Going to throw it to first. That'll be out number 2. But Henson will advance over to third. So put Henson at third with 2 outs. Bring up your 1-hole hitter, number 16, the shortstop, Bentley Kessler, and also put number 3, Ty Ferguson, on deck. Pitches away. And we right down the middle. 0-1 now the count to Kessler. Oh, 0-1 the count, 2 outs, runner at third. Again, Kessler up to bat. The pitch is away. That's going to be popped over to the center fielder, and he's going to be under it. It'll be out number 3. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with the bottom of the second. Excuse me. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back to Marlow, Oklahoma. Bottom of the second inning. Score still 2-0. Your Leopards on top. First up the bat for the Outlaws be number 5, Smith. First pitch is away. That's going to be called ball. Made the count 1-0. So 1-0 the count. Obviously no outs. Bottom of the second inning. Again, the score still 2-0. The 1-0 pitch. That's going to be outside. Made the count 2-0 now. The 2-0 pitch. He popped over. That could be fouled, and that will be fouled. So that'll make the count 2-1. It's 2-1 the count. Again, no outs. Smith up to bat. That pitch, that's going to be fouled away. That'll make the count 2-2 now. Obviously no outs to Smith. The 2-2 pitch. That's going to be fouled away. Keep the count 2-2. Number 10 on deck, Harris for the Outlaws. The 2-2. That's going to be high. Maybe a full count now to Smith. The payoff pitch. That's going to be inside. That'll put Smith at first. That'll bring up number 10, Harris, for the Outlaws. So runner at first, no outs. Again, Harris up the bat. Bottom of the second inning. Score still 2-0. Not a whole lot of action going on. So Harris up the bat. Also put number 15 on deck. That pitch, that's going to be called strike. Make the count 0-1. So 0-1 the count, no outs. Runner at first. Waiting the pitch. I throw it over to first. Smith going to be safe. Count still 0-1. That pitch, that's going to be high. That'll make the count 1-1 now. So 1-1 the count, no outs. Runner at first. Again, Harris up to bat. Pitch, that's going to be bunted. Also going to be fouled. That'll make the count 1-2. It's going to trot back over to first. It's a good idea, just fouled. Just barely fouled. So 1-2 the count, runner at first. Still no out in the bottom of the second. Waiting the pitch. The 1-2 pitch, it's going to be inside. That'll make the count 2-2 now. Two. That's going to be outside. Going to fake the throw over to first. It'll be a full count now to Harris. So full count, runner at first, no outs. The windup and the payoff pitch. That's going to be popped over to left field. And going to be caught by Ramage. Be out number 1. Still runner at first. That'll bring up number 15. Dixon. Hickson, excuse me. I apologize about that. So number 15, Hickson up to bat for the Outlaws. Also put number 12 on deck. So Smith still at first, 1 out. Waiting the pitch. There's going to be an error at first. Runner will advance over to second. So just an overthrow there at first allowed the runner to advance. So put him at second. No count yet with 1 out. One out, runner at second. Score still 2-0 on the top of the bottom of the second. Excuse me. Waiting the pitch from Remy. Pitches away. That's going to be inside and high. Make the count 1-0. One out the count. 1 out. Runner at second. Wind up in the pitch. That's going to be high. That'll make the count 2-0 now. Hickson, excuse me. So 2-0 the count. 2-0 pitch. That's going to be right down the middle. That'll make the count 2-1 now. That's going to be swung over to Bo Blankenship at first to be out number 2. Smith going to stay at second. Smith at second. 2 outs away in the bottom of the second. Bring up number 12 for the Outlaws. So 2 outs away. Runner at second. Smith still at second. Put number 13 on deck for the Outlaws. Waiting the pitch from Raming. Pitch is away. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Made the count 0-1. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Runner at second still. Score still 2-0. 0-1 pitch. Be popped over the shortstop. Kessler, excuse me. Be out number 3. And we'll conclude the second inning. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with the top of the third inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Top of the third inning, score still 2-0. Bring up number 3, Ty Ferguson for the Leopards up to bat. Also put your 3-0 hitter, number 11, Tucker Morris, on deck. So again, Ferguson on up to bat. Top of the third, again, scored 2-0. Pitches away. He right down the middle. Count 0-1 now. That pitch is going to be called ball. Make the count 1-1. So 1-1 the count. Obviously no outs. The 1-1 pitch. It's going to be high and outside. Make the count 2-0 or 2-1. Excuse me. 2-1 the count. Score still 2-0. Pitches away. The inside. That'll make the count 3-1 to Ferguson. The 3-1 pitch. That's going to hit Ferguson. Put him at first. That'll bring up number 11, Tucker Morris. Put number 21, Bo Blankenship, on deck. So runner at first, no outs. Again, Morris up to bat. Also like to say Saturday the boys played Jones and beat them 16-15. Almost got run rolled and decided to come back and win the game. So really good game there. That's going to be hit over to the second baseman. And I think Ty will be safe. So put Ty at second, Morris at first with no outs. That'll bring up your first baseman, number 21, Bo Blankenship. Put the left fielder, number 9, Ramage, on deck. Top of the third. Score still 2-0. Blankenship up to bat. Pitch, that's a show bunt. Gonna pull back right on time. Make the count 1-0. So 1-0 the count, no outs. Runner at first and second. Blankenship up to bat. The 1-0 pitch. It's going to be fouled away. Make the count 1-1. One the count, no outs. Runner at first and second. Top of the third inning. So far, these boys playing pretty good so far. Scored 2 times in the first inning and nothing yet, so could change here. Just need a base hit. Ferguson could score with his speed, so 1-1 the count. Blankenship. The 1-1 pitch. It's going to be called strike. Make the count 1-2. Keep Ferguson honest at second. It's pitched it, decide not to, and keep Ferguson at second. So that pitch is going to be outside. Make the count 2-2 now. Ferguson had a huge lead out there, so. Two the count. Runner at first and second, no outs still. The 2-2. That's going to be high and outside. That'll be a full count now to Blankenship. Payoff pitch, be fouled back. That'll keep the count 3-2. Still a full count. No outs, runner at first and second. The payoff pitch, it's going to be outside. That'll load the bases up for Ramage. So again, Ramage up to bat. Bases loaded, no outs. Pretty dangerous right here. Coach is going to have a mound visit. Talk to everybody real quick. So again, Ramage up to bat. Your catcher number 22, Clayton Sanders, on deck. Bases loaded, no outs. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with Ramage up to bat. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. So Ramage up to bat, bases loaded, top of the third, scores 2-0. Pitches away. That's going to be low. And count 1-0. Probably going to see Ferguson score here. Just needs a little base hit. That's all we need. That pitch is going to be outside. Make the count 2-0 to Ferguson. Or, excuse me, Ramage. I was looking at Ferguson and kind of said his name. So Ferguson at third. Morris at second. Blankenship at first. Ramage up to bat. The 2-0 count. No outs. Again, Clayton Sanders on deck. That pitch, that's going to hit the dirt. Ferguson's going to go to home, and he will be safe. That'll make the score 3-0. Your Leopards on top in the top of the third. With runners at second and third. The count also 2-0. No outs still for Ramage. The 3-0 pitch. Right down the middle. Make the count 3-1 now. Won the count, runner at second and third, no outs. That pitch be fouled away, be a full count now for Ramage. The windup, the payoff pitch, that's going to be fouled back. That'll keep the count at 3-2. The count. No outs. Runner at second and third. Awaiting the pitch. The payoff pitch. That's going to be popped over to the right field, and that'll be fouled away. Count will stay at 3-2. The windup and the pitch. That's going to be popped over to center, and center fielder under it. Out number one. Runner Morris will go ahead and head home and make the score 4-0 now. Your Leopards on top with a runner at second. Let him bring up your catcher, number 22, Clayton Sanders. So 1 out away in the top of the third. The runner at second. Number 10, Brody Ramming, the pitcher, on deck. Pitch, swing and a miss. Make the count 0-1. Wind up in the pitch. It's going to be fouled away. Make the count 0-2 now. So 0-2 the count, 1 out. Runner at second. Top of the third. Score 4-0. Again, Sanders up to bat. Waiting the pitch. The windup and the 0-2. That's going to be outside. Make the count 1-2 now. The 1-2. That's going to be way outside. But Blankenship will stay at second. Make the count 2-2 now with 1 out. So 2-2 the count, 1 out. Runner at second. Sanders up the bat. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. Keep the count at 2-2. Again, Ramming on deck for the Leopards. Let's step off. Get a little bit more time. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike number 2 out, or strike number 3 out, number 2. That'll bring up your pitcher, number 10, Brody Ramming. Up to bat. With 2 outs, runner at second. Score still 4-0 on the top of the third. Number 4, center fielder Mitchell Henson on deck. That pitch is going to be inside. Make the count 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Going to be outside. Make the count 2-0 now to Ramming. Two of the count, 2 outs. Runner at second. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll make the count 2-1 now. That pitch going to be called strike. Made the count 2-2 now to Ramming with 2 outs. Runner at second still. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3, out number 3. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with the bottom of the third. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back to Marlow, Oklahoma. Bottom of the third inning. Score 4-0. Your Leopards on top. Pick up number 13 for the Outlaws. Ramming still on the mound for the Leopards. The windup and the pitch. That's going to hit the dirt. We count 1-0 now. Number 13, Baker. Pitch. That's going to be fouled away. And count 1-1. So 1-1 the count to Baker. Obviously no outs. Base is clear. The 1-1. That's going to be outside. Made the count 2-1 now. With number 9 on deck for the Outlaws. The 2-1. He swung over to shortstop. Shortstop's going to throw over to first, and he will be safe. Just a little underthrown, but shortstop Kessler had to kind of retreat to the ball and throw it all the way over there. It's just hard for him to do that, you know. So we're going to have a courtesy runner, number 7, for Baker out at first. Runner at first. No outs. That'll bring up number 9 for the Outlaws. Bottom of the third, score still 4-0. And put number 6 on deck. Number 9, Harris, your 9-hole hitter. Up to bat. Ramming with a pitch. Shows bunt, pulls back, but not on time. Made the count 0-1. And not sure what's going on. Won the count, no outs, runner at first. And looks like the ump's gonna talk to the coach, or nope. Okay, so the ump was asking what position that batter was. So 0-1 the count, no outs, runner at first. Shows bunt, pulls back, but that ball is going to be outside. Made the count 1-1. Still runner at first for Harris. The 1-1. That's going to be bunted. Ramming going to throw it over to first. That'll be and an error at first. Runner will advance over to third. So that'll put runners on the corners with no outs. Bring up to the top of the first hole hitter, number 6. Morgan, the pitcher, up to bat. So runners on the corners, no outs. Morgan up to bat. Also put number 2 on deck. Score still 4-0. Could score here, though. That pitch going to be bunted. Ty Ferguson going to throw it over to second and get out number 1, but will score 1 for the Outlaws. Make the score 4-1. Your Leopards still on top with a runner at first. So runner at first, 1 out. Again, score 4-1 in the bottom of the third. I'll bring up number 2, the 2-hole hitter, Smith, up to bat. Pitch, that's going to be high. Made the count 1-0. Pitch. That's going to be right over to ramming. The pitcher also going to hit him on the ankle, it looks like. So that'll put a runner at first and second with 1 out. That'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, number 3. The Outlaws. Ramming a little shaken up there. Like I said, that ball just hit him right in the ankle or the leg, not sure. Gonna try to walk it off. So 1 out runner at first and second. Number 3 up to bat for the Outlaws. And he's just going to go ahead and walk it off. He's going to stay on the mound. You're going to go ahead and practice him a little bit, see if he can still pitch. And he looks perfectly fine to me, so like I said, he's going to stay on the mound. Again, number 3 for the Outlaws up to bat. The runner at first and second, 1 out. Also put number 5 on deck. So waiting to pitch from ramming. Pitches away. Swung over to the second baseman. Ferguson to throw it over to second. And that will be a double play. So he throws it over to second, gets the out, throws it to first, gets the 3rd out. That will conclude the 3rd inning and bring us to the top of the 4th. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We are watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Top of the 4th inning. Score 4-1. Mitchell Henson, the center fielder, up to bat now. The 8-hole hitter. Also put the 9-hole hitter, number 1, Caleb Ince, on deck. Again, score still 4-1. Leopards doing a pretty good job so far here. Waiting the pitch. Pitching change, actually, also. Number 5, Smith, going to be the new pitcher for the Outlaws. That pitch is going to be outside, made the count 1-0. Or, excuse me. It's called strike, excuse me. I wasn't paying attention. Make the count 0-1. That pitch, right down the middle, made the count now 0-2 to Henson. So 0-2 the count. That pitch going to be low. Hit the dirt, make the count 1-2 now. So 1-2 the count. Obviously no outs yet. Top of the fourth, score 4-1. Your Leopards on top. Waiting the pitch from Smith. The windup, the 1-2. That's going to be strike number 3, out number 1. To bring up number 1, the 9-hole hitter, Caleb Ince. Also playing right field today. So 1 out away in the top of the fourth. Again, Ince up to bat. Pitches away. It's going to be low and outside. Make the count 1-0. Number 19, the shortstop. Or number 16, the shortstop. Bentley Kessler on deck. That pitch is going to be fouled away. Make the count 1-1. Still 1 out away in the top of the fourth. So 1-1 the count, 1 out, bases clear. Again, Ince up to bat. Waiting the pitch from Smith. Pitches away, swing and a miss. That'll make the count 1-2 now. Pitch, fouled away. Keep the count at 1-2. So 1-2 the count, 1 out, bases clear. Gonna go ahead and get a different ball, or I believe. And still up to bat. Pitch, swung over to the first baseman, should be a routine out. And that'll be out number 2. That'll bring up shortstop, number 16, Bentley Kessler, and put number 3, the second baseman, Ty Ferguson, the 2-hole hitter on deck. So 2 outs away in the top of the fourth. Again, Kessler up to bat. Bases clear. Waiting the pitch. The windup and the pitch. A good pitch right there. But count 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count to Kessler. So 0-2 the count, 2 outs. Pitches away. It's going to be strike number 3, out number 3. And we'll conclude the top of the fourth. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with the bottom of the fourth inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the fourth inning, score 4-1. Your Leopards still on top. Bring up number number 5, the pitcher, Smith, up to bat for the Outlaws. Also put number 10 on deck. The pitch from Ramming. That's going to be popped over to the left fielder. Ramage under the ball, and that'll be out number 1. So 1 out away in the bottom of the fourth. Bring up number 10 for the Outlaws. Number 15 on deck. So 1 out away. Base is clear, obviously. Again, number 10 up to bat. Score still 4-1 in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch from Ramming. It's going to be outside or high. Made to count 1-0. Step off. Wasn't ready. One the count, 1 out. The windup, the 1-0. It's going to be right down the middle. Made to count 1-1 now. Pitch, that's going to be fouled away. Made to count 1-2. So 1-2 the count, 1 out. Bases clear for number 10. The 1-2. That's going to be popped over to center fielder. That's going to drop. It's going to be a base hit for number 10. Put him at first. Bring up number 15. Hickson up to bat for the Outlaws with the 1 out. Runner at first. Put number 12 on deck for the Outlaws. Score still 4-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Your Leopards on top. Again, Hickson up to bat, number 15. Throw it over first. Runner there on time. Be safe at first. No count yet. Go back over to first again. Keeping him honest at first. This time he'll pitch it, and that'll be fouled away. The count 0-1 to Hickson. The count, 1 out. Runner at first. Getting his call. The 0-1 pitch from Ramming. That's going to be fouled away. Made the count 0-2 now. I give a big thank you to Rhonda and Scotty Sanders for giving me a ride. They give me a lot of rides to these away games, so big thank you to all of them and all the parents that have gave me rides, and great community here at Lindsay. So that pitch is going to be fouled away again. Keep the count 0-2. Still 1 out. Runner at first. Yeah, without them, it would be I wouldn't be streaming today. So 0-2 the count. Runner at first. 1 out for Hickson. The 0-2. It popped over to second baseman. Throw it over to second. And that'll be out number 2. Excuse me, he'll be safe. He'll be safe. So thought he got it, but call him safe there at second. So runner at first and second, 1 out. Be number 12 up to bat for the Outlaws. Score still 4-1 on the bottom of the fourth. Your Leopards on top. Waiting the pitch from Ramming. Pitches away. Popped over, foul away. Made the count 0-1 now. With one out. Still runner at first and second. Getting his call from the coach. Step in the box. He's ready now. So 0-1 the count. One out for number 12. And he's gonna try to get the runner at second. Keep him honest there at second. Had a big lead, so had also no one to throw it to. Pitches away. That's gonna be high. Gonna throw it over to third, and he will be safe. So 1-1 the count. One out. Runners on the corners for number 12. The 1-1. Gonna be way outside. Count now 2-1 now for number 12. Still one out in this bottom of the fourth. Runners on the corners. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Make the count 2-2 now. So 2-2 the count. One out. Again, runners on second and third. Didn't see him advance. They're still second there, so I apologize. Runners on second and third. That pitch is going to be high. Excuse me, fouled away. Count still 2-2 with one out for number 12. Pitch, hit the dirt. Runner will advance over to home. That'll make the score 2-2 or 4-2. Your Leopards still on top though, with a runner at second. Full count though. Still one out. Pitches away. Swung over to shortstop. Gonna throw it over to first. That'll be out number 2. Or he is safe. It was a close one there at first. However, runner will advance home and make the score now 4-3. Leopard still on top though. Never mind, they're gonna now say he's out, so 2 outs away. Again, 4-3 the score now. In the bottom of the fourth. Pitch. It's gonna be fouled back, make the count 0-1 now. Pitches away, be high, make the count 1-1. Pitch, swing, it's gonna be fouled. 1-2 the count, base is clear, 2 outs. Again, 4-3 your score in the bottom of the fourth. So 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Again, base is clear for number 13 for the Outlaws. The 1-2. And that's going to be strike number 3. out number 3. That will conclude the 4th inning and bring us to the top of the 5th. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Everybody, don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Top of the 5th inning, score 4-3. Bring up number 3, your 2-hole hitter, second baseman, Ty Ferguson. So again, top of the 5th inning, 4-3, your score. Your Leopards still on top. Pitch is away. It's gonna hit the dirt, make the count 1-0. The count to Ferguson. Pitch gonna be inside. Also hit the dirt. Made the count 2-0 now. This game definitely gonna most likely go 7 innings. That pitch called strike. 2-1 now the count to Ferguson. No outs. The 2-1. That's going to be low. 3-1 now the count. Tucker Morris, the 3-0 hitter on deck. Number 11. The windup and the pitch. That's going to be popped over to the first baseman. First baseman going to throw it over to the pitcher, and he will get the out on time. So 1 out away in the top of the 5th. Base is clear. Bring up number 11, third baseman, Tucker Morris. Pitch from Smith. That's going to be a swing and a miss. 0-1 the count now. Really hitting this pitcher very well right now. He's a pretty good pitcher, so just got to figure out. Oh, well, as I said, that's going to be popped over to this third baseman. Can't come up with the ball. Shortstop will get it and put Morris at first. So a nice little base hit there for Morris. So runner at first, 1 out. Away in the top of the 5th. Bring up number 21, the first baseman, Blankenship. And put the left fielder, number 9, Ramage, on deck. So 1 out, runner at first. Again, Blankenship up to bat. Throw it over to first, and he's going to be out. So, nice play there for the Outlaws. Got to clear the bases and put 2 outs in the top of the 5th. No count for Blankenship. Pitches away. Swing and a miss. 0-1 now the count. Pitch. It's going to be inside. 1-1 now the count to Blankenship with 2 outs. What? It's going to be a swing and a miss. Made the count 1-2. So 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Base is clear for Blankenship. The pitch from Smith. That's going to be fouled. Keep the count at 1-2. Score still 4-3 in the top of the 5th. Your Leopards on top. Waiting the pitch from Smith. The windup and the 1-2. That's going to be high. Let me count 2-2 now. With 2 outs. The 2-2. Be fouled back. That'll keep the count at 2-2 for Blankenship. Again, Ramage on deck. Pitch. That's going to be popped over. An error at third. Couldn't come up with the ball. But Blankenship going to decide to stay at first. That'll put Blankenship at first with a nice little base hit there. We'll bring up number 9, the left fielder, Ramage, with 2 outs. Runner at first. Still 4-3 in the top of the 5th. Your Leopards on top, though. Also put number 22, the catcher, Clayton Sanders, on deck. The pitch from Smith, that's going to hit the dirt. Make the count 1-0. That ball that hit, that Blankenship hit, just barely fair. It almost fouled, so nice little hit there for him. So 1-0 the count, 2 outs. Runner at second, or runner at first, excuse me. Blankenship at first. Again, Clayton Sanders on the deck with Ramage up to bat. Pitches away. That's going to be low. Made the count 2-0 for Ramage. 2-0 the count, 2 outs. Runner at first. 2-0 pitch. Gonna hit the dirt. Blankenship's gonna try to steal second, and will be plenty of time to steal second. That'll put him at second with 2 outs. Count 3-0 now for Ramage. And coach gonna talk to the ump a little bit here. Ramage gonna step in the box. We're ready to go now. Three-0. Speed popped up, and the gap of the center of the shortstop and the second baseman. That'll score Blankenship and put Ramage at first. So a nice little single RBI there for Ramage. Your score now 5-3. Your Leopards on top in the top of the 5th. The runner at first with 2 outs. That'll bring up number 22, the catcher, Clayton Sanders. Also put your pitcher, number 10, Brody Ramming, on deck. Clayton's going to get the call from coach. Steps in the box. We're ready to go. So Ramage at first. Again, Clayton Sanders up to bat with 2 outs. The pitch from Smith. It's going to be outside. Make the count 1-0 now. The 1-0, that's going to be a hard hit ball over to left field. Going to drop before the left fielder can catch it. They'll put a nice little RBI there for Clayton Sanders. That'll put him at first and put Ramage at second. And bring up the pitcher, number 10, Brody Ramming. So Ramming up the bat, runner at first and second, 2 outs. Score 5-3 in the top of the 5th. Your Leopards on top. Get this call. Also put the center fielder, number 4, Mitchell Henson, on deck. Pitches away. That's going to be fouled away. Make the count 0-1. Daniel Ponce, the courtesy runner for Clayton Sanders at first. So a lot of speed there. So runner at first and second. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Waiting the pitch. The windup and the pitch. He popped over to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to throw it over to second, and that'll be out number 3. So that will conclude the top of the 5th inning. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back to Marlow, Oklahoma. Number 9, Harris, up to bat for the Marlow Outlaws. So bottom of the 5th inning, score 5-3. So Leopard's doing a pretty good job so far, but it will go 7 innings, so most likely, unless they can score here, but I doubt it. I doubt they'll score that much, but first pitch is away. That's going to be outside. Make the count 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, that's going to be popped over to Ramming. Throw it over to first. It'll be out number 1. Ball just right to Ramming. An easy out there. So 1 out away in the bottom of the 5th. I'll bring up number 6 for the Outlaws. So 1 out, bases clear again. Number 6 up to bat. Put number 2 on deck. That pitch is going to be outside. They count 1-0. Also back to the top of the lineup for the Outlaws. Pitch right down the middle. 1-1 now the count with 1 out. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Made the count 1-2 now. Score still 5-3 in the bottom of the fifth. Your Leopards on top with 1 out. The 1-2. That's going to be fouled away. That'll keep the count at 1-2 for number 6. The windup, the 1-2. That's going to be outside and low. That'll make the count 2-2 now. Still 1 out, though. The 2-2 pitch. That's going to be popped over to right field. It's not going to be under the ball. Or he was, but just couldn't come up with the catch. So that'll put number 6 at second base and bring up number 2, Smith, up to bat. In case you didn't realize, there's 2 Smiths. They're brothers. One of them plays pitcher right now, and the other one playing first base. So 1 out, runner at second. And looks like they're gonna I think they're gonna have a pitching change here. And that's what they'll do. So looks like your new pitcher gonna be Bo Blankenship. So they're gonna move him from first to pitcher now. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. On the bottom of the 5th inning, 5-3 your score. Can't miss this one. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back. Blankenship, now your new pitcher here for the Leopards. Let's see, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning, 5-3 your score. Runner at second. Number 2, up to bat, Smith. Like I said, the brother. Plays first base. So here we go. Again, Smith up to bat. Waiting the pitch from Blankenship. Pitches away. That's going to be a well-hit ball. And that's going to be in the gap of the right fielder and the center fielder. That'll score 1 and keep Smith at second. So nice little single RBI there for Smith. And An extra base hit there, too. So Smith at second, 1 out. Again, score 5-4 in the bottom of the 5th. Your Leopard's still up, though. I'll bring up number 3 for the Outlaws. That pitch is going to be fouled away and to count 0-1. So 0-1 the count, 1 out, runner at second. Waiting the pitch from Blankenship. The windup in the 0-1. That's gonna be outside. Make the count 1-1 now. For number 3. A little bit of wind here in Marlow. That pitch, that's gonna be popped over to right field and be fouled away. Make the count 1-2 now. The wind coming out of about the east-ish. Say probably 6-7 miles per hour. The 1-2. That's going to be high and outside. Make the count 2-2 now. Still 1 out. Runner at second for number 3. Pretty cloudy, though. Was chances for rain, but kind of dropped down. But there are chances for rain in Lindsay tomorrow, so not sure if we're going to go ahead and keep playing tomorrow. I'm not too sure. That pitch is going to be popped over to center field. That'll be out number 2. And keep Smith at second. I'll bring up the pitcher, the other Smith, up to bat now for the Marlow Outlaws, and put number 10 on deck. So 2 outs away in the bottom of the 5th. Runner at second. Again, Smith up to bat. Score still 5-4 in the bottom of the 5th. Waiting the pitch from Blankenship. Pitches away. Outside. A little high. Made the count 1-0. So 1-0 the count, 2 outs. Pitches away. That's going to be a well-hit ball over to left field. That's going to drop down before the left fielder can grab the ball, and we'll score a runner. That'll tie the ball game up in the bottom of the 5th and put a runner at second with 2 outs. We'll bring up number 10, Harris, for the Outlaws. And put number 15 on deck. So again, runner at second, 2 outs. Harris up to bat. Tied up at 5 in the bottom of the 5th. Waiting the pitch. The windup and the pitch. That's going to be high. That'll make the count 1-0 for Harris. The 1-0. It's going to be fouled away. Made the count 1-1. So 1-1 the count to Harris with 2 outs. Still a runner at second. The windup in the 1-1. That's going to be high and outside. Made the count 2-1 now. The 2-1 pitch. He fouled away. Made the count 2-2. 2-2 the count to Harris with 2 outs. Runner still at second. Again, 5-5 score in the bottom of the 5th. Waiting the pitch from Blankenship. The 2-2. We pop over to the shortstop. Gonna throw it over to first, and we'll be safe. Tries to jump up and get the catch, but his foot went off the bag, and runner got there safe, so that'll put runners on the corners. Still 2 outs. Bring up Hickson, number 15, up to bat. Just need one more out here to retire the 5th inning. So again, 2 outs, runners on the corners. Hickson up to bat. Number 12 on deck for the Outlaws. The pitch from Blankenship. That's going to be inside. Runners will stay on their bases. Made the count 1-0 now for Hickson. The windup in the 1-0. It's going to be outside. Made the count 2-0 now. And he's going to steal second. And looks like had him a little tag down there, but he decides to go back to first and will be safe. So keep him at first. Also a runner on third. Still 2 outs. Count still 2-0. I mean, kind of trying to trick him there, but didn't work. The 2-0. That's going to be high. Made the count 3-0 now. Show bunt. Pull back. And runner will steal second, and also runner will steal home and will be safe. That'll put the Marlow Outlaws up 6-5 with a runner at second. Still 2 outs. The count also 3-1 for Hickson. Just very unfortunate there for the Leopards. It's all right. We got 2 more innings, so they're only up by 1. Waiting the pitch from Blankenship. 3-1. That's going to be a swing and a miss. That'll be a full count now for Hickson. Full count, 2 outs, runner at second. Again, score 6-5 in the bottom of the 5th. That's going to be popped over to the shortstop. Should be an easy out, and it will be. So that'll be out number 3. And that will retire the 5th inning. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back at the top of the 6th. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Top of the 6th inning. Score 6-5. Outlaws on top. Bring up number 4, the center fielder, Mitchell Henson, the 8-hole hitter. And put number 1, the right fielder, Caleb Ince on deck. So Leopards here have a chance at taking the lead again. Pitches away. That's going to be right down the middle. Nice pitch there. It's count 0-1. The 0-1. That's going to be outside. 1-1 now the count to Henson. The 1-1. That's going to be popped over to the second baseman. Throw it over to first, and that will be out number 1. They'll bring up your 9-hole hitter, the right fielder, number 1, Caleb Ince. So top of the 6th, score 6-5. Your Leopards down right now. With 1 out. Again, Ince up to bat. Your right fielder. Put Kessler on deck. That pitch is going to be right down the middle. 0-1 now the count to Ince. The 0-1. That's going to be popped over to third baseman. Throw it over to first, and that'll be out number 2. So 2 outs away in the top of the 6th. Bringing us back to the top of the lineup, number 16, the shortstop, Bentley Kessler. So 2 outs away again. With Kessler up to bat. Put number 3, this 2-hole hitter, Ty Ferguson on deck. That's going to be popped over, and that's going to be dropped before it can get to the center fielder, and that'll put Kessler at first with 2 outs. That'll bring up number 3, Ty Ferguson. So again, Ferguson up to bat with 1 runner at first, 2 outs. Also put number 11, the third baseman, Tucker Morris, on deck. Gonna throw it over to first, try to pick him off. Kessler gonna be safe though. So no count yet. Throw it over first again. Still safe. So Kessler still at first. 2 outs. Ferguson up to bat. First pitch. That's going to be outside. Make the count 1-0. Just want to remind you this is our last away game in regular season. So after that, we play home tomorrow against Newcastle, and then by districts Thursday. Pitches away. And that's going to be called strike. Not sure about that one. Make the count 1-1 with 2 outs. Runner at first still for Ferguson. The 1-1 pitch. That's going to be fouled away. Make the count 1-2 now. Fouled away to the left side. Again, Morris on deck, waiting his turn. So 1-2 to count, 2 outs. Runner at first. That pitch, that's going to be fouled away. Keep the count at 1-2. Score still 6-5 on the top of the 6th. 2 outs. Runner at first for Ferguson. Smith still on the mound for the Outlaws. Pitches away. Going to be well hit ball in the gap. Be a nice little base hit there for Ferguson. We'll advance Kessler over to second and put Ferguson at first, Kessler at second, and bring up number 11, third baseman Tucker Morris. Still 2 outs. So again, Morris up to bat. 2 outs, runner at first and second. Also number 21, the pitcher, Bo Blankenship on deck. Waiting the pitch from Smith. Pitches away. Inside. Make the count 1-0. 1-0 the count, 2 outs for Morris. Waiting the pitch. The 1-0 pitch. That's going to be popped over to right field, be fouled away, make the count 1-1. So 1-1 the count, 2 outs for Morris. Ferguson at first, Kessler at second. Score still 6-5 for your Leopards. Down right now in the top of the 6th. Pitch from Smith, that's going to be low, going to hit the dirt. Hit the count 2-1 now for Morris. Two on the count. Waiting the pitch. He's going to think about throwing over to second, but no one there, so Kessler will be there on time. So Kessler will stay at second. It's 2-1. That's going to be inside. Hit the count 3-1. Or excuse me, that's going to be called strike. 2-2 the count. Still 2 outs. The 2-2. Fouled away, keeps count at 2-2. So 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Runner at first and second for Morris. The pitch from Smith. He popped over to the third baseman, throw it over to first, and we'll be out number 3. So Leopards don't score here in the inning. It's all right. Just gotta get 3 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, and try to score in the 7th inning. So damage done by the Marlow Outlaws. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back to Marlow, Oklahoma. Bottom of the 6th inning. Marlow Outlaws still up 6-5. Threatening the Leopards here. Bring up number 12. The Outlaws. So put first pitch is away. That's going to be outside. Let's count 1-0. Put number 13, Baker, on deck for the Outlaws. It's a 1-0 count. Pitch. That's going to hit the dirt. It's count 2-0 now. Obviously no outs. 2-0 count. Pitch from Blankenship. Pitch. That's going to be popped over to shortstop Kessler, and then come up with the grab. That'll be out number 1. We got number 13, Baker, for the Outlaws. So 1 out away in the bottom of the 6th. Base is clear. Again, Baker, number 13, up to bat. Pitch. That's going to be right down the middle. Made the count 0-1. So 0-1 count to Baker. Pitch is away. That's going to be high. And make the count 1-1. So 1-1 the count, 1 out for Baker. The pitch from Blankenship. It's going to be fouled away. Make the count 1-2 now. So 1-2 the count. Still 1 out. In the bottom of the 6th. Pitch, swing and a miss. Bring him up, set him down. Strike number 3, out number 2. Bring up number 9. Harris up to bat for the Outlaws. Also put number 6 on deck. So again, 2 outs away in the top of the bottom of the 6th. Base is clear. Again, Harris, number 9, up to bat. Score still 6-5. So 1 out away from retiring the 6th inning. Leopards got a score in the 7th. Pitch. It's going to be high and outside. It's count 1-0. So 1-0 the count, 2 outs for Harris. The wind up, the pitch. That's going to be a well hit ball over to center fielder Henson. Come up with the ball. The out number 3. And that will retire the 6th inning and bring us to the top of the 7th. Marlow Outlaws threatening the Leopards right now, but see what the Leopards can do. We'll be right back with the top of the 7th inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopard Baseball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back. Top of the 7th inning. Leopards got to do something here. Bring up number 21, the pitcher, Bo Blankenship. Score still 6-5. Score 1 to tie it. Score 2 to, well, score 2 and you got to get 3 outs to win it. But also put the left fielder, number 9, Ramage, on deck. Again, top of the 7th. Score 6-5. Blankenship up to bat. New pitcher, number 10, Harris, for the Outlaws. That pitch is going to be popped over to the right fielder. Be out number 1. To bring up number 9, left fielder, Ramage. Also put number 22, the catcher, Clayton Sanders, on deck. So 1 out away in the top of the 7th. Outlaws need 2 more outs to end this game. Leopards need to score 1 at least. Pitch, called strike. It's count 0-1. 0 the count to Ramage with 1 out. Base is clear. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Made the count 0-2. The windup. The 0-2. Well hit ball in the gap. That'll be a base hit for Ramage. Nice little hit there. We'll bring up number 22, the catcher, Clayton Sanders. So Ramage at first, 1 out. Again, Clayton Sanders up to bat. Also put second baseman, number 10, Brody Ramming, on deck. Gonna have a pinch runner for Ramage. It's gonna be Manuel, number 15. Again, 1 out, runner at first. Clayton Sanders up the bat. Brody Ramming on deck. A lot of speed at first. Freshman. Got a lot of speed. Waiting the pitch. Harris. Harris's pitch. That's going to be a well-hit ball to right field. A nice base hit there for Clayton. They'll put Manuel at second and Clayton at first and bring up the second baseman, number 10, Brody Ramming. So runner at first and second with 1 out, Ramming up to bat. Going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher, Clayton Sanders. Courtesy runner will be number 7, Daniel Ponce. Also the center fielder, number 4. Also, 8-hole hitter, Henson on deck. So 1 out, runner at first and second, Ramage on up to bat with Henson on the deck, waiting the pitch from Harris. Dugout getting pretty loud. Pitch, that's going to hit the dirt. It's count 1-0. So now Leopard's threatening here. Still gotta get a runner, well, 2 runners, and get 3 outs to win the game. So see what they can do here. The 1-0 pitch. That's gonna be popped over to the second baseman. Excuse me, the shortstop. Gonna come up with the catch. Now the Outlaws threatening here. Just need 1 more out to end this game. Still runner at first and second, 2 outs. Henson, the center fielder. Can't get it out of my mouth there. Center fielder up to bat. With a 9-hole hitter, number 1, right fielder, Ince on deck. Pitch from Harris, and nope. Decide to step off. No one there at second to throw to, so Manuel will be safe at second. Also, Daniel Ponce at first. Still 2 outs. Pitches away. Well hit ball over to left field. That might score 1. That'll score 1 and keep Ponce at second and put Henson at, Ponce at third and Henson at second. That'll tie the ball game at 6. Still 2 outs. So Leopards safe here now. Got a little worried there, but nice hit there from Henson. So runner at first and second, 2 outs. Again, number 1, the 9-hole hitter, Ince up to bat with number 16, the shortstop, Bentley Kessler on deck. Pitches away. It's going to be inside. Make the count 1-0. So 1-0 count, 2 outs. Runner at second and third. Henson at second. Ponce at third. The 1-0 pitch. Right down the middle. Make the count 1-1. So single RBI there for Henson. And Ent's going to call time. Or no, pitcher's going to call time. Catcher going to talk to the pitcher real quick. Count still 1-1 with 2 outs. Head back now. Waiting to pitch from Harris. The 1-1. That's going to be outside. They count 2-1 now. Just need a base hit here for Ponce to score. See if Ince can do it. The 2-1. That's going to be low. That'll make the count 3-1 now for Ince with 2 outs. Runner at second and third. Again, Kessler on deck. The 3-1. That's going to be popped over to right field. Right fielder under it. That'll be out number 3. So that will retire the top of the 7th. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th inning. The score tied up at 7. Don't go anywhere, folks. You don't want to miss a good one here. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back. Bottom of the 7th inning. Tied up at 6. Just need 3 outs here to go extra innings. Bring up number 6 for the Outlaws. Pitches away. That's going to be called strike. Also number 2 on deck. Made count 0-1. So 0-1 the count. Obviously no outs. Pitches away. Be a well hit. That's going to be fouled away. That'll make the count 0-1, or 0-2, excuse me. Number 6. So good ball game here in Marlow. Like I said, this could go extra innings. Pitch, that's going to be outside. Make the count 1-2. 1-2 the count. Base cleared, no outs. Getting number 6 up to bat. The pitch from Blankenship. That's going to be swing and a miss. Another strikeout there for Blankenship. So 1 out away in the bottom of the 7th. Bring up number 2 for the Outlaws. So 1 out. Base is clear. Again, number 2 up to bat. Tied up at 7, bottom of the 7th inning. Tied at 6, excuse me, bottom of the 7th. Pitch, that's going to be fouled away. It's count 0-1. 0-1 the count to number 2. 1 out. One, 0-1, that's going to hit the dirt, make the count 1-1 now. Put number 3 on deck. The Outlaws. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Pitch, it's going to be fouled away. Make the count 1-2. One, 2 the count, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning, tied up at 6. Base is clear. Wind up, blanket chip, the pitch. That's going to be fouled away. Keep the count at 1-2. So 1-2 the count, 1 out. Again, base is cleared. Wind up and the pitch. He popped over to the second baseman. Going to throw it over to first. An error at first, but good job by Clayton Sanders, you know, coming over there, getting the ball, keeping the runner at first. Not allowing him to go to second. So runner at first, 1 out. That'll bring up number 3 for the Outlaws. And put number 10 on deck. Pitch. It's going to be inside. Made the count 1-0. Still 1 out. Runner at first for number 3. The 1-0. He fouled back, made the count 1-1. Stream going on almost 2.5 hours here. Thank all our viewers for tuning in to the stream. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Runner at first for number 3. Throw it over to first, and runner going to be safe. Plenty of time for the runner. Trying to keep him honest at first. Pitch. Try to steal second, and will be successful. It's a little underthrown there from Sanders. Count 2-1, runner at second, 1 out still. Again, number 3 up to bat. The windup, 2-1. That's going to be fouled away. Make the count 2-2. So 2-2 to count, 1 out. Runner at second. Bottom of the 7th, tied up at 6. Waiting the pitch from Blankenship. And the 2-2. Popped it right back over to Blankenship. Gonna throw it over to third. And got him in a little tie down there. And try to tag him. And he gets him. Blankenship gets him. So that'll be out number 2. Runner will advance over to second though. So runner at second, 2 outs. Bring up number 5. Smith up to bat. Again, Smith at the bat, 2 outs, runner at second. Still 6-6 the score in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch from Blankenship. That's going to be a little high. So 1-0 the count. Pitch. That's going to be low. And count 2-2 or 2-0 now. Scoreboard went out again, so got to get that back up. Apologize for all that. That pitch, that's going to be called ball. Make the count 3-0 now. Pitch. Gonna hit the dirt. Runner will advance over to third. And will be successful. So, runner at third, 2 outs. Also, that's going to be ball 4. That'll put our runners on the corners. Bring up number 10, Harris, the pitcher. Bottom of the 7th. Again, tied up at 6. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Coach Edwards going to make a little mound visit real quick. Going to talk about everything. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere, folks. Welcome back to action, everybody. Number 10, Harris, up to bat. The pitcher. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Tied up at 6. Blankenship still on the mound. Waiting the pitch. Pitches away. Outside. That'll make the count. 1-0 for Harris. The count. 2 outs. Waiting the pitch. Pitches away. Right down Broadway. Make the count 1-1. So 1-1 the count. 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Harris up to bat. The 1-1. That's going to be popped over to the center fielder, Henson. And that should be, yep, that'll be out number 3. So that will retire the 7th inning and bring us to the top of the 8th. Extra innings here. Don't go anywhere, everybody. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back. Top of the 8th inning. We're back to the top of the lineup with number 16, the shortstop, Bentley Kessler. So again, top of the 8th inning, score 6-6. See if the Leopards can do any damage here. Pitch. It's going to be low. Make the count 1-0 for Kessler. Excuse me. 0-1 the count. That's going to be, not sure. Another error. No, he's going to stay at second, so put Kessler at second with no outs. Bring up the 2-hole hitter, number 3, Ty Ferguson. So runner at second, no outs. Again, Ferguson up to bat. He's playing second base today. Pitch. It's going to be bunted. And that's going to be an error at first, so Ferguson will be safe at first. And Kessler going to be out at third. Almost got there. Coach is going to talk a little bit. But no. Kessler will be out, so that'll be out number 1. Coach Edwards was pretty hot about that, and I don't blame him. It was pretty close, but I didn't really get a good look there. So 1 out away in the top of the 8th. Runner at first. Score tied up at 6 in the top of the 8th. I'll bring up number 11, the third baseman, 3-hole hitter, Morris. Also put Bo Blankenship, the pitcher, on the mound, or deck, excuse me. First pitch is going to be swing and a miss, make the count 0-1. Gonna throw it over to first, try to get him out, but nope. Ferguson going to be safe. That pitch, and he's going to throw it back over to first, it looks like. Trying to get the scoreboard back going, so I didn't really get to see what happened. That pitch is going to be inside. That'll make the count 1-1. Pitch. That'll hit Morris. Put Morris at first. Ferguson at second. Still 1 out. I'll bring up your first baseman, or pitcher, excuse me. Number 21, Bo Blankenship. Used to him playing first, so apologize. Put number 9, the left fielder, Ramage, on deck. So 1 out, runner at first and second. Again, Blankenship up to bat. Top of the 8th, still tied up at 6. Pitch, be inside and low. Make the count 1-0. So 1 to count, 1 out, runner at first and second. Again, Blankenship up to bat. The 1-0. He popped right in the gap. That'll score 1. Oh, yep, score 1. That'll score 1 and make the score 7-6. So single RBI there for Bo Blankenship. That'll put runners on the corners. Still 1 out. I'll bring up number 9, the left fielder, Ramage. Nice little hit there right in the gap for Blankenship. We'll have a courtesy runner, number 6, Parker Dotson, for the pitcher at first. So Leopard's threatening here. He's got to get 3 more outs in the ball game. Outlaws still got to get 2 more here, so they might even score 1 more. So 7-6 score. Your Leopards on top in the top of the 8th. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Again, Ramage up the bat. Waiting the pitch. Pitches away. Be low, hit the dirt. He'd count 1-0. So 1 to count, 1 out. Runner at first and third. Also, number 22, the catcher, Clayton Sanders, on deck. The 1-0. That's going to be right down the middle. Made the count 1-1. So 1-1 the count, 1 out. Runners on the corners. And runner will still second. And he will be successful, so that'll put him, I believe it's Kessler. No, not Kessler, can't be Kessler. That's Dotson. But Dotson at second. Morris at third. 1 out. Count still 1-1. So Leopard's definitely threatening here. Again, Sanders on deck. Pitches away. Be low. No, excuse me. Called strike. Make the count 1-2. So 1-2 the count. 1 out. Runner at second and third. Ramage up to bat. Waiting the pitch. Pitches away. That one's going to be outside. Make the count 2-2 now. Ramage going to call time. The 2-2. Swinging a miss. Excuse me. Yep, swinging a miss. Be strike number 3, out number 2. Runner still on second and third, though. Bring up number 22, the catcher, Clayton Sanders. Put number 10, second baseman, Brody Ramming, on deck for the Leopards. Score still 7-6, top of the 8th. Again, Sanders up to bat, 2 outs. Pitches away. Swung over to the first baseman. Pitcher gonna, no, he's just go ahead and step on the base. That'll be out number 3. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with the bottom of the 8th inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's a good one right here. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back. Marlow, Oklahoma. Bottom of the 8th inning. Score 7-6. Your Leopards on top. Bring up number 15, Hickson, for the Outlaws. Leopards did some damage last inning, got one score, and just got to get 3 outs here to end this ball game. Let's see if they can do it. Again, Hickson up to bat. Also number 12 on deck. Pitches away. It's going to be outside. And they count 1-0. Pitch. That's going to be a well-hit ball. Center fielder get the ball. Keep the runner at first. It's a nice little base hit there for Hickson. Put a runner at first, no outs. Bring up number 12 for the Outlaws. Pitch. And it's going to be right to the first baseman. Can't come up with the ball. And that'll keep the runner at third, though. So runner with no outs still. Outlaws threatening the Leopards right now. Trying to get the scoreboard up. Just a second, folks. Okay. So runners on the corners, no outs. Bring up, I believe, not sure who it is right now. Coach for the Outlaws is gonna come out and talk to their batters. As Edwards also coming out and I think making a pitching change here. Yep, that's what they'll do. So I believe the new pitcher is gonna be Caleb Ince. So as they do that, we'll be right back, everybody. And we're going to take a quick break. Right here on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back to Marlow, Oklahoma. Bottom of the 8th inning. Score 7-6. Marlow could tie the ball game up here with no outs. Number 25 up to bat for the Outlaws. Also put number 9, I believe, on deck. The new pitcher going to be Caleb Ince for the Leopards. First pitch away, going to be bunted. That's going to be fouled. It's count 0-1. So 0 the count, no outs. Runners on the corners. Again, bottom of the 8th inning. Score 7-6. Waiting the pitch from Ince. The 0-1. That's going to be bunted, and that will be fair. And we'll tag them. But runner will score and tie it up at 7 now with 1 out. Also a runner at second. So runner at second, 1 out. Again, score 7-7, bottom of the 8th. Bring up number 9. Number 9, what is his name again? Huh? Harris. Number 9, Harris up the bat. Again, Harris up the bat. 1 out. Runner at second. Waiting the pitch for Mintz. Pitches away. That's going to be fouled. It's count 0-1. Well, even if we get 3 outs here, we're going another inning. So 0-1 the count, 1 out, runner at second. Again, Harris up the bat. Waiting the pitch. The 0-1. That'll be bunted. Gonna throw it over to first, be out number 2. Keep the runner at third. So 2 outs away in the top or the bottom of the 8th. Runner at third. Bring up number 9. Or number 9 or number 8. Okay. Number 6. They're going to have 2 intentional walks here. They're going to walk number 6 and number 2. That's a smart move there because we have 2 outs. All we need is 1 more. So even if they go home, it doesn't matter. Still got to get the last out, though. So bases loaded, 2 outs. 7-7 the score. Bottom of the 8th. We'll bring up... Couldn't get his number. Number 3. And that pitch going to be a little high. We have to count 1-0. 1-0 the count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Waiting the pitch. The 1-0 pitch, that's going to be outside. We have to count 2-0 now. Walk here would score 1, and that would end the ball game, so got to be careful here. The 2-0, that's going to be ball 3. Make the count 3-0. And it's got to be careful. Three the count. No out, or 2 outs, excuse me. Bases loaded. Pitch, that's going to be ball, and that's going to be ball game. So your Leopards going to lose 8-7, excuse me. And so a close game, guys. I mean, we bases loaded, and Ince just couldn't get a strike there, and it fortunately ends the ball game. So, like I said, final score 8-7. Outlaws win this one. Go ahead and call it a night. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks to all our sponsors as well, making it possible. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Good night, everybody.